legacy. What is it? Why is it important?
Isn't a legacy only something for like famous people or for important people?
No. I remember
We should all have a legacy?
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Successful business people do. I remember years ago, a good friend of ours, Mags Bell, put me through a process of writing my own eulogy. And it was, I went, really? What's that about? She said, well, it's what do you want people to remember you for? What is the great story that you want family and friends to get up at your funeral and talk about you? I went, oh, that sounds a little weird. But it was such a great exercise. It really got me thinking deeply about, what do I want to leave? What do I want to be remembered for? Not just, oh yeah, she's a good mum, nice wife, did some nice things. No, I want more than that,
Yeah, and I think, for me, it's important to have something that's becomes multi-generational. I look at my family, even my grandparents don't really get spoke about that much of an age. Obviously, grandparents are long gone, and then certainly their parents, really no one knows anything about. And so, and then beyond that, of course. So, legacy is about multi-generational. What are we on the planet for? What are we here for? What can we contribute? Not just while we're here, but beyond when we're not here. Assuming that we don't come back and get a second crack.
That's a whole other topic.
What can we do in our 80 or 100 years on the planet that goes beyond our children, but to our children's children and further beyond them?
I think the interesting thing was you and I were having a conversation the other day about how lots of people today think, I'll get to 60, 65, I'm going to retire. And you made a really valid point. We are all, the retiring and the mindset of 65, that is just old hat now. Like we're all lasting so much longer. And in my family, I know I've had aged aunts who've aged 105. So there's a potential that for my family and for my grandchildren,
should be going for at least that.
I should be aiming for way more than that because they were born in the 1900s. So there's longevity in my family, and because of science and technology, we are all much healthier. There's lots of
we've got a better chance.
Here longer.
We've got a better chance.
Got a better
and because
chance,
of what we know, we've got a better chance of being healthier through a much longer period of that 105 years, like you're at.
Yes.
So that gives us an opportunity to really leave our mark. We've got maybe a potentially 20-year plus extra period of time that our grandparents didn't have. And so, you got a decision. What do you want to do with that? And I think legacy is just such an important piece, not just from an egotistical standpoint, but also to give you some purpose through your life.
What are you aiming for? What gives you a fire in the belly? And it's not that big, hairy, audacious goal that business is aimed for. It's so much more than that. It's, as you say, it's multi-generational. What are the things that you're going to implement today? What will this business enable you to do today that you can implement that will enable you to achieve that legacy? So use the business as a vehicle to tackle that.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would say legacy is, being remembered. Hey, I don't need to be remembered. But it's actually not just about being remembered. It's about serving. When we talk about why are we here on the planet, all as I know is that I get no greater joy than I do from actually serving others. Serving others, improving others' lives, solving problems for others has given me great satisfaction and a great life. And so if you've got the opportunity to leave a legacy where you can continue to serve others beyond your lifetime, that's not just about remembrance, that's actually still fulfilling a duty that each and every one of us have and should want to have.
That's exciting in my mind. And you're referencing the problem you solve. This is now bringing it all the way back. So legacy is for the future. So bring it back to today. what is your product doing to make a difference for your clients' lives?
Yeah.
It's not about you making money. It's not about having the prettiest widget. What difference does that product or service make for your clients, and therefore that ripple effect, when that solves their problem, what does that enable them to do? So if you are the fulcrum to that piece,
Yeah.
what an awesome legacy. And then how do you escalate that? How do you expand that? Because now, today, our markets are global.
Yeah.
So we don't have to think here on the Gold Coast
Yeah.
in an awesome spot. We can impact so many more people. And how exciting is that?
Yeah, and beyond, impacting the lives of your children's children. So I think to not want the legacy, to not think that you need that, and not aspire to it, becomes a selfish thing. So you're saying, well, I want to live my life and I will just keep me happy and I'll call time when I'm ready to call time.
And what
Whereas
greater joy can you get as a parent to bring joy to your children,
your children's
and improve their
children,
lives
and your
down
children's
that
children's
line?
children. Carry on. And so,
butterfly stuff.
again, we're here to serve. That's, I firmly believe that each individual has a purpose to serve others. I know myself and yourself and many others that have a life of serving others it just brings so much gratitude and fulfillment.
You do, yeah. I love it.
And so, legacy is important. Hey, we hope to build Navigate Biz so that we're helping business owners beyond our lifespan. And and that's a great thing to think that if my grandchildren, one of my grandchildren met someone whose business was improved from watching one of these videos or reading one of our books. Long after I'm gone.
How good is that? How
That's
fulfilling
what
is that?
legacy is.